Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and kittens, welcome back to the podcast on the KPOD Network. And thank you. That does sound official. That makes it sound so official. I was going to do this as a member video, but I don't think I'm going to be saying anything that's really out there. So we'll go ahead and do it publicly. Coreum, it's just been ripping. And let's explore it a little bit because I can't figure this one out, man. I just can't. I know the Coreum folks, the people who are really into the token. They're just, well, it was inevitable. Of course, it's going to rip, and yeah. I can't explain it. Now, I'm not exactly in their orbit, but. So what I mean by that is I don't catch all of the news information, everything like that. I don't catch all of that. So maybe I'm happy to say that I missed something. If there's Coreum people out there, tell me what I missed, because that absolutely rocketed. And yeah, I'm kind of curious. Now, my initial thought on that one was Juno. Believe it or not, that's where I went. And I'm sorry about this right here, guys. There's the smallest break in my light, in my screen over here, and the light comes and hits me on my face. So I apologize for that. Just ignore it. You probably would have until I pointed it out, but you know what? We can't unring that bell. Juno, believe it or not, it takes me over to there because Juno did an absolute rip. I mean, a couple of 100%. That thing just absolutely boomed up. And I think anybody who's been in the Cosmos ecosystem for any length of time is well aware that there was no reason for it. Absolutely none. Crypto's going crazy. Everybody's happy. And sure, what about Juno? Maybe they have some big hidden secret or something like that. They don't. It just ripped. And Crow did the same thing, even though I think, Crow clearly has a hell of a lot more value. It flipped at him for a time. That was weird. It completely flipped at him. I didn't think I'd see that, but yet here we are. But yeah, Coreum just popped off. And I own some. I'll show you because I'm over on the Pulsara DEX, but I'm not that kind of vested in it. I took a look. They have some neat projects over there, a couple of really neat ones, but I didn't see anything that would explain that. And honestly, a couple of things. I'm sorry about the backlight, guys. I'm not gonna mess with it today. So this number, I would love to know that number right there. See that one that says circulating supply? I would love to know what that number is, because I see max supply, I see total supply, but how much is actually out there? Because if there's only 34 million tokens in circulation with a 500 million token max supply, that's a problem. That's just, it's archway too. It's a problem. So I would love to know that number. And if somebody does know that number, please put it in the comments so I can make an informed opinion on this. I'm not that I don't want to do that much work. So if you can help me out, I'd appreciate it. 24-hour trading volume is good. It's clearly declined a little bit. Fully FDV of 131, which is a meaningless number because we don't know how many are circulating. We don't know the market cap. So the FDV is just out the door. So this is what it did, and this is where it got really interesting. So for a month, and this is where I've been talking about it, about 6 cents, I was like, sure, take some flyers, 6 cents, what, who cares? And then it just absolutely exploded. So it popped, it corrected, it popped again, corrected, popped, corrected, and it's doing its thing. And over the last 24 hours, the weekly is pretty good. It's still up about 150% on the week, 325% over the last 14 days. Guys, that's a substantial move. Or maybe not, because, again, there's some information that we don't have. But that is a big move. And anytime something is going to run away like that, man, I'm interested. Okay, why is it running away? Is it just the money that's cycling through the cosmos right now? Or is there something here that I didn't know about, or wasn't disclosed, or did people just get lucky? I have no idea. I'm just presenting this to you as the way that I see it. Now, am I comfortable getting in it at 26.5 cents? No, I don't. I don't want to get into anything that just had a rip like that. Unless I was in it before, I really don't want to. But I'm just letting you know that I'm watching it, because we got to see. I don't like to invest in base layer tokens. I like to invest in the apps. That's where I get a better percentage. That's where the money shot is. So it's, it's kind of double edged for me on this one, but I do like to make money. So anyway, the only thing over here on Coreum that I actually use is this DEX right here. This is it. I use Pulsara. That's the only thing that I actually use over here, and I've done some reviews on it. It didn't really get. I want to always come back and say, yeah, but it didn't get any views. I don't get any views, so it really doesn't matter. I'm sure the Dex is just fine. There were some issues that I had with it, and I was pretty clear on them. I like absolute clarity. I like to know exactly what my APR is so that I can manage my risk, and they just don't provide it over here. Now, there's a couple of good pools, and I think one of their big things over here is XRP, that they managed to get XRP alive and well over here. That's a big name, guys. That's it. You're literally trading on brand recognition on that because people know XRP. I don't know if that's the one that's going to get them out of this. And Pulsara has kind of wonky tokenomics too, simply due to the fact that they're paying you out in their DEX token. I don't know the max supply, haven't looked into it. I'm just pointing it out. I'm not fudding, all right? Don't bust my balls on this. I'm not fudding. I'm just pointing it out. If you want to make your customers really, really feel friendly and feel like they're welcomed here, then provide the information. But as soon as people have to start digging for it, people like me that don't have a whole hell of a lot of interest in it, then you lost us. But I happen to have some money in here, so I did happen to catch that pump without even knowing about it. But I got some staked over here. Let's see if it works. That would be kind of cool. So I hit the My Rewards. I'm in a bunch of pools over here, and I'm waiting for that little thing to fill out to actually tell me how much money I got, how much did I make, and what can we do with it. There we go. You have not contributed to any pools on Pulsara DAO. Sir, I beg to differ. Let me see. Let me click. Okay, maybe. I mean, I got money out here. That is my wallet. So, okay, what happened to all of it? I think I was in this pool here. No, it says I have absolutely not. Am I getting catfished here? Where the hell's my money? All right, my wallet's connected. It's the right wallet. Where'd all of my damn money go? Huh. You know what? I'll work that out. I'm sure it's just a little bug or something like that. I'll work that out. Let me flip. Maybe it was on a different wallet. I don't think so. This is the problem with having this many wallets. This is where it turns into a thing. Let's try that one. I'm going to keep it here until I sort it out over on the third screen. Let me see if this one is going to actually fill up. This is wallet number 2. Okay, so I have no money, even though I know I have money on this DEX. I'll sort it out afterwards. Yeah, I'm not gonna bust anybody's balls on that. I'm sure it's just a bug. We'll get that. We'll get that looked at. The pools over here that are actually interesting, and this is where I have trouble with it, by the way, is the pools that are over here that are interesting. I don't really have a whole hell of a lot of information on them. So I understand that there's one big central chunk and they distribute it out to all the pools and it gives you your percentages that you're going to get. It's the percentage allocated to this pool from the total amount of vesting awards designated for all pools. I've had a problem with this for a while, but you know what? It's not my DEX. I have no real dog in this fight. So from a customer standpoint, yeah, that sucks. That is terrible, man. You've got to put the number out there. Anyway, look, total liquidity, 1.7 million. It's a baby DEX. 24-hour volume, 192,000. I'm assuming most of that is in Coreum because it's very, very active right now. And bridging, swapping, all of that, it's a piece of cake. If you guys want a detailed breakdown of Pulsara, let me know. I'll go ahead and do it another one. But did have a couple of sexy pools. If there was anyone that would be very, very sexy, it's that one right there, Coreum USDC. And the reason for that is I always like to pair up with USDC because then when you get a big rip on a token, IL kicks in, it slowly gets liquidated, and it becomes USDC. I'm a big fan of USDC. I like money, so I can let it rip. I can take my money out, take cash out without actually beating up the token in any way, shape, or form. So, yeah, I like that. There's a couple other ones. I wouldn't pair with the DEX token unless I foresaw a whole lot of action going to be coming to the DEX, and in that case, I'd go Sarah USDC. Coreum Osmo, wow. That's a bold that's a bold pool right there. OXP, sure, maybe. XRP Coreum. If there was one that I was gonna say would probably be a nice solid one for me, it would be that one right there. It would be XRP Coreum. Um, but the rewards are like very very small, so it's tough because you don't get to earn real well on it on a with all the risk that between these two tokens, you don't earn real well on it. Maybe I don't know because I can't explain that. I don't know that number and I don't want to get into it. Anyway, look, if you guys want a breakdown on this, I'll go ahead and give you a breakdown on it, but you got to ask, man. You got to put it in the comments. Adam Sarah, sure, not for me, but I understand why. And Adam Corium, oof, boy, that'd be a bold pool. They got volume. I mean, a little bit of volume. There's $4,400 worth of volume on there, so somebody's using it. But that would be a very very bold pool. Anyway, that's it, man. I just wanted to let the Coreum folks know that I'm watching. I see things. I'm all around. I got to figure out where my money went because you guys literally watch me do videos on this and making buys and sells, but it seems like all the money's gone now. So let me sort that out, and we'll put in a we'll put in a second video. Anyway, that's it, man. Questions or comments, ScottThePodcast.com. Answer any and all. And until next time, please stay safe. Please be smart with your money, guys. Cheers.